Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Insano's Invitational. I am Ariel. And we got Lioka versus Oolong as the first set of Wave 2 pools. I'm excited. Alright, my apologies, I am back on the mic. And we got Oolong taking the first stock over Lioka. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've heard about this player just a little bit. They're a good Dedede. They're very good. But of course, Oolong is very good in his own right. Former #1 on the MDVA PR before moving to Japan. So it's nice to see him back here and still just as good as ever. Still getting things like those spikes. And for those of you that are unfamiliar, Oolong does have experience in this matchup in the DMV. We have a couple of pretty good DDDs with D3 Will and Mr. Pink, which I'm sure he's fought both of them before. I'm not sure if Lioka's fought against Churio or any other good European Wii Fits, but looks like so far Oolong has taken the best of it. Ooh, great spike though coming out from Lioka. Just getting right back in it. I mean, he's at this invitational for a reason. It's still a very good DDD. And oh my goodness, that setup on the platform was kind of nasty. Oolong had to get hit by something there, either the hammer or the Gordo. Oh, we're going to get the down throw, and we go for forward air there. A little surprised we didn't go for the back air, but maybe just didn't have the setup correctly. But now this game that was pretty handedly in Oolong's favor is much closer. That dash attack, no deep breathing online, still not going to kill. Neither is that volleyball, but we're going to get in there one more time. Still not going to get in there with the header. But that dash attack will certainly seal the deal. So a game that was firmly in the palm of Oolong's hand, being brought right down to the very brink. And of course, it is just game #1. Lioka could certainly still make something happen in the coming games. No parlez-vous, Francois, but I'm gonna do my best to keep it entertaining for everybody. I definitely see all of the amazing French fans in chat, so welcome to KML Tournaments. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, I just got to shout out this guy. Drop a follow down below. And yeah, we are getting into game 2 here. It sounds like we're going to go back to PS2. Yeah, back to PS2. I mean, this is just going to give DDD kind of the space that he wants to operate in. A lot of breathing room, so to speak, to throw out Gordos and to kind of run away from soccer ball and things like that. So I understand why we're sticking it out with PS2. And it is a pretty even stage for the matchup, I would say. Not that either of these characters really have a bad stage per se. Of course, Wii Fit wants that space as well, but for a starter, PS2 is going to be the choice, probably throughout the set. It's kind of getting worse. I don't know what's going on. We are back. Had to fix some audio issues for a second, but Lioka is looking to turn this set around, especially from that last game. And I love that reflect right there, knowing that Oolong was gonna want to get up attack through that Gordo. And it's so dangerous to get up attack versus Gordo. Usually you'll see people either like tank the hit or roll or do something like that, but Lioka has such a great reaction time to be able to react to both those options, knowing that get up attack was going to come out, baiting out the roll with the second Gordo setup. And now Oolong finally taking the stock. Or getting his second stock taken. And Lioka seems to be in, even though he's down, he seems to be in a lot more control this game as opposed to the last one. And we are gonna, oh my goodness, I love that setup as well. Holding, or going for the ledge so that Oolong couldn't just fast fall onto it, going for the ledge trump, and using it as a bait to get that jump from ledge into that back air. And oh, I love the defensive Gordo as well. It's not going to end up working out in that situation, but using the Gordo to make sure that that Sun Salutation projectile isn't going to hit the Penguin. Now this is the area where I would say it's a little scary for Dedede at these lower percentages, just because he can get knocked into a position where it's easy for Wii Fit to follow up with one of her many spikes. But now that we're sitting at these middle percentages, I think this is when it becomes go time, where Oolong is going to have a little bit of a harder time getting those conversions. In the meantime, we can get our advantage state started. 51%. We are just throwing out neutral airs in the corner, and the screen is shaking so much. Every single time that Lioka just lands with an aerial is just such a force to be reckoned with. And oh my goodness, I love the idea there with the inhale on the volleyball into that dash attack. If that platform wasn't there, that air dodge was going to get red. I mean, Lioka is keeping it absolutely close and competitive, and I love to see the gears turning. This is definitely a change of pace from the typical Dedede that I see here. This is not your D3 Will. This is a whole different beast, and we're going to get the down throw, trying to get an air dodge read with the up smash, and we do actually find it the second time around. We dash up to bait out the double jump. You're going to see it again right here. We dash up to bait out the double jump after the down throw, because a lot of DDDs will try to go for an aerial. Oolong knows this, jumps out of the way, and then just air dodges at the last second as a panic option. So Lioka putting himself on the board, 1-1 between our competitors. And I love seeing these close sets, especially in invitationals like this, because anything can truly happen. We saw just a few moments ago Mezcal getting upset by our local Kirby resident Festive, and we could see Lioka taking it over Oolong. And listen, I don't need to be told if this is an upset or not, because I just want to see some good games. And so far, I am seeing some good, reasonably close games. And it's definitely cool to see. So now we're going to be contemplating for a second. We might get a stage change here. There's a lot of good ones in the rule set for Wii Fit. You know, you got your small battlefield, your hollow bastions, Kalos to create more space. And it sounds like we are going to be going to hollow bastion. Oh, no. Okay, they're just playing the song. So we are on small battlefield, and we're going to change it up a little bit. Now, this does matter probably more against King Dedede than it does against other characters, switching up the blast zones and the platforms like this, because now that Gordo is going to, at more angles, is going to land on that platform when Lioka tries to throw it. So we have more angles where we can decide to put it up there. But that might be beneficial to Oolong, actually, because it limits what Lioka can do in ledge trap situations from afar, as far as throwing that Gordo out there without having it bounce on the platform. So very, very interesting switch. It could also just be a comfort, but that's definitely something that's got to be in the back of Oolong's mind. As both players are just kind of scrapping right now, and we're throwing hands. Nice F throw from the King Dedede. We're trying to line it from the spike. Here's the ledge trap. This is what you want to see. And once again, the reflect coming out from Lioka. I mean, that's going to be the trademark right there because I don't think he's missed a reflect yet. I think he's had a pretty good read on when Oolong's trying to hit it there. And oh, unfortunately, Oolong dipping just a little bit too low to make it back to stage. Not enough sauce left in the tank, but here we go. Hammer hit into that Gordo and goes for the get up attack, but this time getting punished by Oolong as once again we are back to neutral. And oh my goodness, that Gordo getting the double hit sent back off of the volleyball, and Oolong just playing around with it. Leading to 80% in a scramble situation. Lioka not expecting that one. And now Lioka trying to get the inhale at ledge to reverse the situation, but neutral air one into that back air. Oolong now with the first solid lead since that game one. But we end up getting in there with the F tilt, and we're going for the header once again. Forces Lioka to get hit by something. You're either getting hit by the volleyball or the sun salutation. Now we're sitting at 42, but if we get this edge guard here, it's not going to look too bad. Lioka trying to get some type of conversion. And oh, landing on top of Oolong is not what you want to do. That up tilt has surprisingly good range. 98% on this Penguin. We have to get the stock soon because if not, it's going to be looking bad. And good catch on the roll from Lioka, so 98% of extra credit to make up with that up tilt just going straight through with the invulnerability. Setting up Lioka at 130% now. We have the ledge trap about to get going. And that Gordo that's being used defensively, it goes onto the platform and it's not going to be super helpful to Lioka. So the stage counter pick actually coming to work out there. And that volleyball almost coming to work for Oolong. Lioka does manage to get a hit there. And going for Jet Hammer actually isn't the worst idea. Maybe not the best spot to pull it out, but I do like the idea of throwing something new into the mix. We hadn't seen the Jet Hammer yet all set, and it forced Oolong into a bit of a scramble situation to jump between platform to platform. And yeah, just one defensive Gordo. And whenever you throw out a defensive Gordo like that, you do stall your fast fall a little bit. So you stall yourself in the air, but unfortunately King Dedede is such a big character that he wasn't able to get out of the way in time. Is probably still an end lag from throwing out that defensive Gordo. Now going to game 4, I think we're running it back on PS2, so bringing it back. They are popping in again. Lioka did take that game number 2, is certainly capable of taking it again. I think that game 3 was probably about as far apart as we have seen the set thus far. And Lioka is absolutely going for blood. I mean, in America we would call that cheese. But it's absolutely the win condition for Dedede to look for these early stocks. Like, you got to take your openings when you can get them, especially against a character like Wii Fit, who's got great tools like neutral air and volleyball to just put you at bay. Every single opportunity that you have to get the Wii Fit off stage and to kill them as early as possible is going to be the way to go. And we see that from Lioka time and time again, putting Oolong into these tricky spots. Now, Oolong's done a great job of getting through a lot of these traps, but then falls into some like weird habits. We see Lioka catching that roll at ledge every single time. And that wasn't a ledge roll, like get-up roll per se, but Lioka is just doing a great job of trying to catch on to Oolong's defensive habits. That being said, Oolong is a legend in the region for a reason. Can certainly make up this percentage deficit. Great header to stall out and forces Lioka into a scramble. Overextending just a little bit at that ledge, and Oolong now looking to put on some damage. As we do have that deep breathing online, Lioka is just going to stall it out off stage using those many jumps to get away. And Oolong looking to hit the sun salutation here. Is looking to just try and create some space without cornering himself too much. It's kind of this balancing act that you have to play versus Dedede, because you want the space, but you don't want to get put into that disadvantageous situation. Like, King Dedede is not a very good character, but you don't want to give him the exact spot that he wants. Lioka, though, making this character look very good as we are keeping up with the best right here. Gets put at ledge finally, and oh, that grab gets absolutely baited out. In the back air, a great punish for Oolong, but still absolutely doable for Lioka. Using that up air defensively. Now let's see if we can get the ledge trap going. Oh, we're just going to go for the edge guard. Sure, why not? We're still in advantage state, but goes for the dash grab, and Oolong just able to sneak on through, and the reflected sun salutation. I think Lioka is like 3 for 3 so far as going for those hard reads on the reflector, because you know that is exactly what he was going for. There was nothing else there, no other reason that he was going for the inhale out of the corner. Oh, and we pull it out again. Does great 17. We're going to get the up tilt up air, and we're going to start to make up some of that percentage deficit, but a great landing from Oolong. I feel like Lioka is just almost having it, and then, yeah, that F tilt is almost going to take it. But I feel like he almost has it, and then sometimes makes these weird overcommitments. Hopefully he can tap up on those if he wants to bring it to game 5. We are in a last hit situation. Here we go. Down throw. Tries to go for the forward air. Doesn't end up finding it there. I wonder if it's a missed opportunity to get that back air, because up air from Oolong is going to kill and take the set 3-1. But an otherwise very, very close set between our competitors. I mean, Oolong